Okay, so we're coming downstairs to see portraits in process. And so this one is actually my grandfather. It's done in charcoal, and it's kind of funny. I've done many versions of this, you'll be able to see, but as this one was being drawn, this all it's like building currency, building kind of almost literacy, building a kind of literacy with the vocabulary of shape that make up a particular person's portrait. And so it takes practice. And so with this one, as it was being drawn, it was like, oh my God, it looks like Bill Murray. And so it's like, okay, what is it? Why does it look like Bill Murray? And it's, oh, because Bill Murray actually has a very wide, very round face. So it was a little too wide. So that's why we brought in all this darkness. But yes, this is a picture of my grandfather moving into a better rendition of my grandfather. He was born in 1898, and his name was Joseph Daniels Hale. And he was a fisherman and very much, he was a botanist, a wood botanist who specialized in the cell structures of trees. Okay, so here we are downstairs, and these are further iterations of my grandfather. This one here is actually really the final, so far, the final and the greatest likeness of him. This one beside is actually more a likeness of my cousins, which I thought was really interesting. I didn't realize how much they had a resemblance to my grandfather or to our grandfather. This one was early in the process, and see, he has this kind of stern. And my grandfather was, he was kind of generous and fun, and so that's not a good likeness. So this one does carry a kind of attitudinal likeness as best I can see. And then this was a very first one, but it just shows a bit of the process of asking all these questions and answering the questions. So it's really, really a fun undertaking to do portraits. Okay. And then on this side, these are portraits of me. And actually, we could start with this one, which is a not a good likeness, but my goodness, what a strong, energetic presence. And to me, this looks like a man who's kind of come out of the Amazon jungle. Um, all part of learning, and on black watercolor paper. So that's really exciting. And um, there's all kinds of nuance that comes through the black watercolor paper that doesn't happen in white watercolor paper. So here's another one, but I have to say, this is right on a cell phone camera, and the cell phone camera does distort. So it's not the best likeness, but it doesn't quite look as bulbous as it is looking at this time. I'm not sure how I can. That might be a little better. I don't know. Anyway, not the best likeness. Here's something that's also not really the best likeness, but getting there. If I change a little bit, it's a little bit darker. And then there was this, which is actually better, but I haven't done the official likeness because I've gotten busy. But one thing, see this 5-pointed star that I discovered on the side of my, I guess, where my eye and my cheekbone meet, which are that was a shadow of wrinkles, dare I say. And so I put these up downstairs at Chuck's house with if I haven't already said thank you to Chuck for generously allowing me to put my art here in a way that would not disrupt too much. But here we have this 5-pointed star, if you can see, in this kind of iconic portrait of Che Guevara. And I mean, that's, just interesting little piece of synchronicity. Okay, so last, we're just coming down to the end. This is my mom. Again, not a great likeness, but really what I'm trying to impress upon is that there's an active process going on here. And so same, in fact, the hair on this one was too big, and I was, no, that's not right. Something's wrong. So I just took out my scissors and started kind of pulling, removing it until I was like, all right, I better stop. And then I came to this image, and this is actually a pretty good likeness of my mom, who is 90, Colette Tremblay Hale. And what's interesting is there's a few technical errors. Like we can see those eyebrows, much too heavy. As a senior, her eyebrows, she doesn't have heavy eyebrows. And then her lips, also too heavy. But so they're technically incorrect, but the actual likeness is very strong. So you could have a strong likeness and not have all of the details correctly. I think it's the um, the the dimensional relationship, not the dimensions itself, but the relationship of the dimensions to other things. So anyway, that's to further explore. Okay, and then the angsty portrait of the angsty self portrait of the artist, which I understood is because I was looking at myself in a mirror while I was drawing, and I think there's part of me that's going, oh my god, can I really draw myself? Um, I'm worried about this. This is serious business, and I'm worried about this, and that's I think really what has come through. I don't often look like that. Okay, so this is I'm on the setting of Pro Video on my Samsung phone, and it doesn't allow me to switch, switch the camera side. So I'm actually looking at the back of my camera, not exactly knowing what this looks like at the front, but making a trust call and just wanting to say thank you. Thank you for watching this. I'd be delighted to hear from you if you have any interest in prints or originals, or have any interest in discussing commission, or just in general being in touch. I'd love it. My website will be available soon, called earthsway.ca. And this is also going to be available, this video, it will be posted on my YouTube channel. Um, and if you subscribe to it, once I get 50 subscribers, I can do a live stream on YouTube. I did a live stream on Facebook and I was not quite satisfied. Uh, so a live stream on YouTube is interesting, but I need 50 subscribers. So that's also an opportunity if you're interested. So thank you once again. It truly is a delight. And like I said, it makes my work all the more real to share it. So thank you for taking the time to share it with me. Over and out. Oh.